Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are here with this week's main event and SmackDown, as we're currently 3 weeks away from the TLC pay-per-view, and we are beginning to finalize some of the matches that we can expect to see at the TLC pay-per-view. First up on main event this week, we have Rhino going one-on-one with Zack Ryder. The Dudley Boys are in action against the Ascension in tag team action. Tyson Kidd goes one-on-one with Kalisto, who's had a bit of a bad run of it since coming to Raw thus far. And Heath Slater, well, he's got a tough task. He's going one-on-one with Eric Rowan. Rhino gets the win over Zack Ryder. The Dudleys versus the Ascension. The Ascension, they get a much-needed victory. Kidd versus Kalisto. Tyson Kidd does it again. Kalisto just can't buy a win. And Eric Rowan defeats Heath Slater. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our tag team champions are coming out here on SmackDown to kick things off for us today. Well, after defeating Damien Sandow at Survivor Series, The Miz and Tyler Breeze now have a bit of a fresh start. They don't have to worry about Damien Sandow trying to interfere or take their titles away and sabotage them in any way possible. They can now focus on being tag team champions, and that's what they want to do tonight. They're coming out here tonight because they want to make a bit of an announcement regarding the tag team titles. Of course, The Miz has to get his own entrance. That's just how The Miz is. He just has to be the center of attention. And he still does not want to give Tyler Breeze the opportunity to stand alongside of him. I don't get that, but it's just how The Miz goes. But anyways, so The Miz and Tyler Breeze, the A-listers, they are the World Tag Team Champions, are doing very, very well for themselves. But I guess they want to address the situation they're in right now. What is the future of the tag team division here on SmackDown? Who's going to be the next team to step up to take on the A-listers? They didn't have to defend their championship at Survivor Series, so they haven't had to defend the title for a little bit of time. So that's either a bit of a blessing in disguise or, you know, could be a bit of a curse for them, because not having to be under the pump as a tag team and be in these pressure situations all that often can sometimes lead to you getting complacent and not having the experience as a tag team. Because let's remember, the A-listers has not been around all that long. It's only been around since about SummerSlam. So they've been tag champs, yes, but they do still have plenty to work on. But however, let's go ahead and check it and see what they have to say. So after I destroyed Damien Sandow and ended his disgraceful career and finally got rid of him out of my life, it's time to move on from him and focus on the tag team division. The tag division here on SmackDown is truly disgraceful. There is no team that's anywhere near our level, our caliber, to take us on. We want to extend an invitation out there tonight to any team in the back who wants to step up, because we want to find our next challengers. In fact, we are eager, we're excited to face another team and defend our championships. So I want to know tonight which team is going to step up and take us on in a non-title match. No, we're not going to put the titles on the line, but we will give a team an opportunity to be in the ring with Tyler Breeze and I for an opportunity to potentially face us for the tag titles down the line. So who is going to step up tonight? Who wants to take on the A-listers? Well, who's it going to be? Which team is going to take on the tag champs tonight? Oh, you are kidding! The team from NXT, Enzo and Cass, are here on SmackDown. Here they are, the big man, Big Cass, and Enzo Amore. They have arrived at SmackDown, and tonight they have a chance to take on the tag champions. Well, we saw a brand new team debut at Survivor Series for Raw in, of course, the American Alpha. But Enzo Amore and Big Cass have also joined the SmackDown ranks. And this is a huge pickup for SmackDown and will surely help their tag team division thrive even more. Now, you wanted an opponent? Well, you've got a couple here in the Big Cass, the big man himself. He's 7 foot tall. And Enzo Amore, the gift of gab, he does possess. And tonight, we'll see how these two fare in action against the A-listers, the World Tag Team Champions. You'd have to say they were not expecting Enzo and Cass tonight. I don't think anybody was. Perhaps they were expecting some of the newcomers, perhaps the Ascension and the new team to Raw maybe, but instead, we have a huge opportunity to see Enzo and Cass versus the A-listers. So a new team on the box here on SmackDown get their chance at the Tag Team Champions. Well, Enzo and Cass are part of NXT for a number of months. Didn't quite reach the pinnacle that they were hoping to reach. They didn't win the tag team titles, but certainly plenty of success there and plenty of potential to become tag team champions, as we saw out of them. But unfortunately, they were not able to get it done. They have been missing for the last month or so, preparing to move up to the main roster. Now finally get their opportunity here against the A-listers, and what a way to make your debut on the main roster. You come up against the tag team champions. A win here tonight will straight away propel them into the title picture, and that's exactly what I'm sure they're hoping for. The Miz takes down Enzo Amore though, and Enzo probably will be the target here for the A-listers. Try and keep the big man out of the match for as long as possible. Arm drag takedown there. And now, Big Cass. Well, you can't keep him out for long. Here he comes. So the Miz manages to take down Cass off his feet though, and connects with a big boot. And the Miz obviously very, very successful throughout his time here on Universe Mode. And we are seeing why he is so good. Even though coming up against one of the biggest men in the WWE, not afraid to shy down from a fight. Tyler Breeze, still new onto the scene. Would have seen a little bit of Big Cass and Enzo during his short stint in NXT. Watching on as a bystander, but Tyler Breeze yet to really get in there with Big Cass. His chance here tonight to see what Cass is made of. Breeze has Cass against the ropes. Look out. Oh no, the knee to the gut there takes down Big Cass, and a big boot to follow to the back. Tyler Breeze, Prince Pretty, doing so well so far. And I think we're kind of a little bit, I guess we kind of have been a little bit surprised about how well Tyler Breeze has done since arriving to the main roster. Been brought in by The Miz after SummerSlam as his new tag team partner, and immediately they have rose to the big time, obviously becoming tag team champions face first. Down goes Big Cass. Tyler Breeze follows with an elbow. Breeze has done so successful getting singles victories as well as tag team wins. Breeze has been a huge commodity for The Miz, and really has helped The Miz kind of, well, reignite the flame a little bit and kind of revive his career. He was really on a bit of a downward spiral after failing to win the tag titles with Sandow. The Miz has turned it all around here with Tyler Breeze by his side. Big Cass has a hold of Miz. Look out. Look at the hang time as well from Cass. Even doing a squat as well. A couple showing off a little bit, showing The Miz what he's all about. The blood rushing to the head of The Miz. An effective move there by Big Cass allows him to get the tag, and in comes Enzo. And you can immediately see the size difference of Enzo and The Miz. And The Miz is not a huge man, but Enzo looks like a little bit dwarfed there by The Miz. And that's why Big Cass is so important to Enzo. He really is the powerhouse of the team. Enzo, I don't know if he's the brains or the mastermind behind it. Perhaps he is, but certainly Big Cass is such a difficult opponent to come up against. And Enzo just has a lot of heart. He won't give up. He'll keep on fighting until he can't fight anymore. The Miz now in a bit of trouble. Enzo has the arm. Working away on it there. Enzo and Cass been a fan favorite tag team since arriving to NXT. And I'm sure it's going to carry on here on SmackDown. This is a great chance for these guys to really showcase what they're made of. This is a huge opportunity for them. They've done pretty decent in NXT, as we said, but no gold to show for it. Now's a chance to get that gold that they've been looking for. Obviously, the A-listers will be a tough team to beat, but they are beatable, as we have seen in the past. Running crossbody there by Enzo. Chance now to put him away. Hooks that leg. Presses down on top of Miz. Could be it here. Miz will kick out at 2, though. Keeps this one alive. We're going to take a quick break here on SmackDown because we have to interrupt this match to make a huge announcement. Just announced, ladies and gentlemen, at TLC, we're going to have a fatal four-way for the Women's Championship. It's going to be the champion Paige defending against Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and even her close ally, Sasha Banks. The four best women in the division collide. Only one can walk away as champion. Will Paige continue her impressive title reign? Or will it be her ally or one of the newcomers to take her title away? We'll find out at TLC. We are back now here on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it's Tyler Breeze in control over Enzo. And that was a big match announcement for our Women's Championship match at TLC. That is going to be one incredible matchup. Sasha Banks is in a close ally with Paige. Will she remain an ally when the title is on the line? She has a chance to win back the title that she lost originally from Paige. Will she stay by Paige's side? Or will she try and pursue that championship? And will Charlotte and Becky Lynch be able to pursue their dream and make it become a reality at TLC? Right now, Enzo and Cass trying to make their dream come true by knocking off the tag team champions and getting themselves an opportunity at the titles. Enzo now, look out. Swinging neck breaker there. Jumping through for extra force. Nicely done there by Enzo. And now we'll look for the tag. In comes Big Cass. Trouble now for The Miz, who might need to look for a tag himself. Tyler Breeze on the ropes. Doesn't look all that interested, but I'm sure he'll be ready to go if the tag does come. Taken down off his feet now is Cass by The Miz, who has had success, as we know. Throughout Universe Mode, he's always been a tough competitor to beat. But ever since he's become tag team champion, I think we've seen a new side of Miz, a more aggressive, a more ruthless side of The Miz. He was happy to destroy a friendship that he had with Sandow and take the career away from Damien Sandow. Defeating him in a last man standing match, he was happy to take that all away in an instant. And he did not care at all, one bit. He did not mind to end a career just like that of a friend, of an ally, of a tag partner. Look out now. Here's some double teamwork there by the A-listers. The Miz thinks he may have him here. Enzo, he's coming back in the ring. Breeze is there too. Breeze will get to Enzo. No, he won't. Enzo just slips through there and gets the breakup. And Tyler Breeze has to head outside the ring. He might look to attack Enzo some more, head back to the corner. I'm not sure yet. Can't get a visual on him. I think he's heading back to the corner. The Miz, he's heading back into the ring. He took a quick breather. Big Cass is going to be a huge mountain of a man to overcome, and The Miz is going to have a huge challenge. And I think right now, the A-listers, they will want to win this match desperately, because I can't see them wanting to face Big Cass when the titles are on the line. That is a huge threat. You know, just like the Wyatt family, Big Cass is a dangerous man in that ring. And the A-listers have tried to avoid those types of teams for quite some time. Yes, Enzo doesn't look that much of a threat, but he certainly can be. And right now, we're about to see why. Big Cass has Enzo off the top rope, flying down with a splash. The tag team work on display. Breeze can't get there, and there's the upset. Big Cass and Enzo win this match, and now have arrived to SmackDown and potentially could be the next contenders for the tag team gold. What about that? Their first night knocking off our tag champions in style, Big Cass and Enzo. Well, we said it. We said Big Cass was the threat, but at the end of the day, it was Enzo who secured the win. And Tyler Breeze, to me, his laziness and lack of energy allowed The Miz to lose in that situation. Right there, I really believe that there was a chance of Breeze to break that up, but he was a little slow, just lacked the urgency. Maybe he didn't mind taking the loss there. I'm not sure what the mentality was behind that. But it has led to them losing this match tonight, and now they may be seeing more of Enzo and Cass in the future. They have won here tonight, and now a huge debut here on SmackDown will certainly give them an opportunity to really progress further here and, like we said, potentially become tag team champions one day. Here it was, the tag team work here. We saw a bit of footage that happened in the ad break before. Big Cass with a big boot setting it up later on. Enzo launches himself off the top. And there it was. Got the win right there. You see, Tyler Breeze just slow. He could have got there. He didn't even try to break it up when he was in there. Perhaps a strategic move. Alright, let's just lose this one and regroup for the next time. I don't know. Maybe he didn't think it was worth risking injury or putting his body on the line for a meaningless match. I don't know what he was thinking, but it's cost him the win. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A big win there for Ento and Cass, but there's still plenty more matches to come here on tonight's SmackDown, including Randy Orton going one-on-one with Braun Strowman. Orton currently in a bit of a situation with Dean Ambrose. We'll see how Orton fares against the big man, Braun Strowman. Charlotte goes one-on-one with Natalya. She prepares for that fatal 4-way TLC. Fandango and Jack Swagger, they team up this week to take on the New Day. Perhaps a new tag team on the horizon. We'll see how they fare. Ambrose looks to try and get his first win here on SmackDown. Goes up against the Big Show. And Brock Lesnar meets Daniel Bryan. Bryan wants his revenge tonight. He'll get a chance. Orton knocks off Braun Strowman. A big win there for the Viper. Charlotte gets a win as well against Natalya. And oh, there you go. A tag team win for Fandango and Jack Swagger. Maybe a new tag team on the horizon. We'll see. And Ambrose, he can't get the win over the Big Show. Another loss for Ambrose. Maybe he's reached his breaking point. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's main event. The Beast. He's back in action again. This time, it is against Daniel Bryan, a man who he had a confrontation with last week. Brock Lesnar knocked off Alberto Del Rio. And Daniel Bryan came out and approached Brock Lesnar looking for revenge after their Survivor Series onslaught that Lesnar dealt out to Bryan. But unfortunately, Daniel Bryan was again on the receiving end from more suplexes by Brock Lesnar, setting him back to Suplex City. Now tonight, our General Manager Edge has made this one official, and Daniel Bryan will get his hands on the Beast. Will it be Brock Lesnar getting yet again another victory to prepare himself for the World Heavyweight Championship clash that he has against the champion Kevin Owens at the upcoming TLC pay-per-view? Lesnar versus Bryan tonight. A huge opportunity it is. Can Lesnar capitalize and make the most of it and turn it into a victory? Here comes his opponent. It is Daniel Bryan. Bryan, former Mr. Money in the Bank, cashed in. Undertaker took that all away from him. He had a chance at Survivor Series to earn it all back. Unsuccessful in doing so, though. He was pinned by Kevin Owens with a pop-up powerbomb. After the match, Lesnar took it to Bryan and The Undertaker, sending a message to Kevin Owens. Bryan still has unfinished business with The Undertaker, we know that. But he's kind of put that on hold a little bit to try and deal with Brock Lesnar. And here we go, we're underway. Lesnar went for the big right hand. Bryan caught it, though, and was able to get the upper hand on Lesnar to begin with. Bryan, this is a huge test for him. How good is Daniel Bryan? We're about to find out. Is Daniel Bryan deserving of another chance at this world title down the line? Well, Lesnar, whilst he has the title shot, many believe he does not deserve to have it. He's kind of come back and immediately just taken it when he hasn't really earned it. He beat Del Rio last week, we know that. A win here tonight, and you can't really dispute it any longer. Lesnar will be absolutely deserving. Oh my god! A powerbomb, and Bryan took the ropes on the way down. A harsh landing by Bryan. That's gotta hurt. Lesnar looking to brutalize and dominate Bryan here tonight. Oh, went for the clothesline. Bryan caught him again. And Daniel Bryan looks as though he's not going to go down without a fight. And that's what he's going to be in here right now. Lesnar, I think, needs to be tested. This is a perfect opponent for Brock Lesnar right now because Brock Lesnar has not really been tested in quite some months. He had a tough match against Del Rio last week. He wasn't all that great. It was certainly not a dominant victory that perhaps he was looking for. Del Rio really gave him a run for his money. Another match like this, though, will certainly help Lesnar out because Lesnar, whilst he didn't perform that well last week, he still found a way to win. Kevin Owens, let's be honest, will probably dominate Lesnar at points in the match. We know how good Lesnar is, but we know how good Kevin Owens is, and Kevin Owens has a victory over Lesnar in the past. So Lesnar has to kind of learn from his mistakes there. And I guess a couple of warm-up matches against the caliber of superstars like Del Rio and Bryan will certainly help Lesnar out going forward. Some right hands there by Daniel Bryan. Has those arms hooked and launches Lesnar to the other side of the ring. Daniel Bryan looking good in the opening stages here. Bryan absolutely livid at the Undertaker after costing him Money in the Bank. Undertaker absolutely pissed off at Bryan for costing him the title at Survivor Series, because let's not forget, Undertaker was not pinned, it was Daniel Bryan who was pinned, and that opportunity that Undertaker had for the world title was taken away. So there is definitely some unfinished business there. Bryan, though, trying to deal with Lesnar. Undertaker was taken out by 2 F5s at Survivor Series by Lesnar. And unfortunately for the Undertaker, he was not able to compete last week. He was resting up, trying to recover after that absolute beatdown that Lesnar dished out to him. But Undertaker, we've seen him come back from worse, and he will be back ready to go. Probably next week, maybe at TLC, we'll see Bryan and Taker go at it again. We don't know as of yet. Lesnar, I think, had to kind of prove that point at Survivor Series. Taking out both Bryan and Taker really, I believe, has helped his chances of getting himself that title match. I don't think if he came back and made that statement, if he came back and didn't attack anyone, I don't think Edge would have been giving him that title shot so quickly. Lesnar made the statement. It really sent his opponents out on notice. And beating Del Rio last week and also beating up Bryan again, Lesnar could be back to his best. I don't think he's quite there yet, but he's not too far away from it. Lesnar right now in a bit of a brawl here with Bryan. Both men dishing out the big shots. Bryan again suplexing Lesnar. So talk about Suplex City. Well, it's all been Daniel Bryan right now with the suplexes. Hooks that leg, Lesnar in trouble. Bryan could beat him right here. And he's kicked out. Lesnar, the longest reigning WWE champion in Universe Mode history. He held that championship for 32 weeks. Still the longest reigning championship reign in Universe Mode history for any world title. Of course, it was surpassed by Dolph Ziggler with the US Championship. But Lesnar has held the world title longer than anyone else. But guess who will go equal with that record at TLC? Kevin Owens. If Lesnar beats Owens, that record will be tied. And Lesnar will still remain as the greatest world champion in Universe Mode history. On paper, in terms of length, very much arguable that Owens' title reign has been even more dominant than Lesnar's. And, you know, I don't think it's really disputable. Lesnar, when he was champion, was in the authorities' pocket, and he was able to only show up at pay-per-views, so he only had to defend his title once a month, only had to wrestle once a month for the most part. Bryan now with these big kicks to the chest, those knees I should say, really delivering into the chest. There's a big kick to the side of the face. So that whole leg really striking Brock Lesnar, potentially has Lesnar beat right here. No, a kick out at 2. So the difference between the two title reigns, Owens has had to really show up most weeks. Recent times, not so much. He's had a bit more lenience because of his body breaking down. Our GM Edge trying to preserve his champion, trying to make sure that he's all good to go for the pay-per-view. Lesnar picking up Bryan and just absolutely drilling him into the mat. Trouble now for Daniel Bryan, who looked as though he was in control. So we'll find out who truly is the greatest champion when the two best of all time meet at TLC. A powerbomb there by Lesnar. Lesnar has been pursuing the world title for over a year and a half. He's had countless opportunities and has never been able to win it. He was a favorite to win the Royal Rumble earlier this year, couldn't do that. Many believed that Lesnar's dominant reign as the Beast, one of the best ever, the most feared man, the baddest man in the WWE, was over. But Lesnar believes he's back to his best and believes right now that he's better than ever. So we'll truly see how good he is. He kind of been on the shelf since around Money in the Bank SummerSlam time and making his return at Survivor Series. He certainly had plenty of time to heal up, which will really go into his favor against Kevin Owens, who really is a broken mess right now. Certainly after going through hellacious matches like Hell in a Cell, the Triple Threat at Survivor Series, all these matches have not helped him out at all, has not helped his cause. And at TLC, it's going to be a TLC match. So Owens will have to be dealt even more punishment to his body. You have to wonder how long he can last until that's going to come back to bite him. Bryan now spinning Lesnar around. Lesnar taking off his feet. Probably doesn't know where he is. Bryan trying to figure out where he is right now. He has a chance to put Lesnar away. Lesnar being lined up here by Bryan. Daniel Bryan, the yes lock, it's in! The yes lock applied, Lesnar may tap. Lesnar's boot near the ropes, not quite. He's trying to get to the ropes. His hand, I think, was perhaps under the ropes. The referee's called it off. Lesnar positioning himself well there. He knew where he was and was able to get himself close enough to the ropes. Elbow there by Lesnar to Bryan. So Daniel Bryan getting that first big move in. Unsuccessful though. Can't give up there though. Lesnar, a very tough man to tap out, we know. German suplex there by Bryan. Really taking it to Lesnar with these suplexes. Guess trying to prove who really is the mayor of Suplex City. Is it Bryan or is it Lesnar? Is Lesnar about to lose the election? Bryan now has that leg hooked. Oh, a late kick out there by Lesnar. Lesnar better start hitting some suplexes because this match is really slipping away from him. Daniel Bryan really is in control right now, really getting the better of Brock Lesnar. Lesnar with a strike to the midsection. Again, Bryan with a suplex bridging through. Could have held onto it, didn't quite get to do so. If he did, perhaps a chance to win the match right there. Following it up with another elbow strike to the leg as well, keeping Lesnar grounded. Perhaps a bit of a strategy here by Bryan. Just keep on throwing the punches, keep on suplexing, keep on delivering the offense to Lesnar. Make Lesnar try and come back from this. Keep Lesnar down, and you've got a great chance of victory. Not a bad idea, but it's easier said than done. But so far, Bryan's been able to do it. Bryan thought about going off the top. Lesnar, though, catches Bryan! And look out! The F5! Oh my goodness! This has been turned upside down just like that in an instant! And Bryan, though, has got his shoulder up! How in the world did Daniel Bryan kick out of that? Well, I guess Lesnar not really getting much offense in. As of late, Bryan hasn't had to deal with too much. The F5 on its own, not quite enough to beat Bryan. He had to kind of work him down a little bit more. A suplex by Lesnar. Perhaps this is the beginning of the end for Bryan, but a huge F5 catching out Bryan off the top, who was looking for the headbutt. Lesnar knew it was coming. Bryan, though, trying to fight his way back into it. Daniel Bryan has Lesnar down. Thought about getting in the corner, perhaps setting him up for that running knee instead. Might be looking back for that yes lock. He's going for it again. He's got it in again. Lesnar this time in the middle of the ring. Will he tap out? Bryan trying to stretch the head of the beast back, and I don't think he believes he can beat the beast with it. Brock Lesnar now turns around Bryan. Suplex of his own. And Lesnar trying to wear down Bryan. Both men giving it their all. Right now, it's anyone's match. Lesnar with the F5 early on, couldn't do it. Bryan with the yes lock a couple times. Can't get Lesnar to tap. Both men won't quit. This is trouble now for Bryan, though. Oh, thought he was about to go off the top of the rope. Bryan countering, though, and striking Lesnar with the big kick off the top. Bryan firing himself with the crowd up. Daniel Bryan has Lesnar right where he wants him. Sends him back into the corner. Trouble for Lesnar. And Daniel Bryan. Oh, and a second. Jumps over the top of Lesnar. Here comes Bryan. Firing himself up here. Striking with the running elbow. Lesnar now. It looks as though he's out on his feet here. Bryan really taking control. This is trouble now. Daniel Bryan with these huge kicks. Lesnar's in big trouble. Bryan could be about to win. Oh my goodness. We know what this means. Bryan has been taken out by the dead man. Lesnar about to be dished out with a tombstone. The Undertaker has shown up here. We knew Taker has a score to settle with both men, and he decided to end this great match in a no contest and deliver not one but two tombstones, one to each man, and have his say on this match. The Undertaker grabs a hold of Lesnar and launches him over the top of the rope. wants him out of his ring, and sends a huge statement to both men. The Undertaker is still pissed off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for more Universe Mode. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button for us. Let's try and hit 4 likes on this episode. If you did enjoy and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to see more Universe Mode episodes coming away very, very soon. We are on the road to TLC, and things are just going to get even bigger and better. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you all next video.